It's like if all three of us want to make a club, and I say the first rule of the club is you can never wear a green army hat with Adidas logo. If you wear that hat, you're no longer a member. Now you're wearing a green hat with Adidas logo, right? So you'd have to take off the hat or you're not a member, but you keep the hat on. So that means you're not you could do whatever you want. You got free will, but you violated what the club says, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really to its most simplest form. Has it been used throughout humanity to fight and justify wars and crusades and this and that and back? Yeah, it's been used, but it's still not the doctrine's fault, you know?
Well, it's going to be, the doctrine is going to be spread around, misunderstood, co-opted, and eventually inserted into the government, which we see a concerted effort for. But the message of Jesus Christ, very important when he's pinned by the Pharisee to continue, like 3 or 4 times, they want him to take a stance against the Roman government, because if he is the Messiah, therefore he has to be the political ruler. He goes, nah, man, my kingdom is a spiritual kingdom. It's not this government here. But what we're looking at is a concerted effort to like keep Christianity wishy-washy all throughout this experiment that we've had. It's not really like true Christianity, because when you read the words of Jesus Christ, it's very evident what he's talking about. But when you go to churches or when you talk to a regular Christian person, they have no clue, because number one, they don't even read the Bible. It's going to be co-opted by the government. It's going to turn into a Christian nationalism, which is not. Yes, it's not Christianity. This is where you're going to get. Yes, it's going to be nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be something that people galvanize to just because they hate the left.
Well, it's the people that you're dealing with. The people that are yelling at you back online, they're not getting it. If you actually read what Jesus said, he's specifically against. They're like, well, what are we going to do about Caesar? What do we do about taxes? He's like, give it to, that's his stuff. Who's on the coin? It's Caesar. Give it to him. And they don't want to hear that. But when you mix that up with the state, man, things can go sideways real quick. And you're talking about a great awakening. We always talk about on this show, like if I were to go and I say, Beck, wake up, and you get up out of your bed, I'll be like, I can get you to do just about anything in those 15 seconds. Like there's a video of
yeah, that lady.
The only proof to verify what you're saying, brother, is the amount of mass compliance you had during 2019 and 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you complied there, first of all, I feel sorry for you for what you put into you.
People are still complying, Beck. You go outside, some people are still wearing that.
Yeah, no, I went to Walgreens today and I saw the lady saying, have you taken your,
Oh my God, come on.
But I can tell you, I lost family in the first 2 weeks of 2019 when they shut it down. Okay, no one knew what the was going on. I took it as a full threat. It was a massive psyop, yes. But when you got kids, I wasn't in the supermarket like these idiots fighting over toilet paper. I was already ready, brother. I was prepped. While they're fighting for toilet paper, I was in a huge Sprinter van shooting 3 hours away from New York City, taking my flock with me, built my ark like Noah, peace be upon him. So to see how fast civilization could have broke down just right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget that night, man. That first night of lockdown, and I could hear crickets. And I said, my God, I cannot believe this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing normal about it. Not the timing of it, none of it. None of it was normal. And then to see the up is down and the double speak and the games and the contradictions and people keep forgetting that under Trump was warp speed. Let's get this into everyone's arm. Like bro, I have one of my most viral clips is there ain't no one coming to save us. Millions of views. No one's coming to save us. The only people that can save us is me and you, each other, because these motherfuckers, God help us, bro. Yeah, there was that glimmer of hope, and so many people fell into the Q trap and thinking that there's going to be, he's Jesus, the orange guy.
Patriots are in control.
He's going to come down and save us. No, it just seems like it was used to basically calm down the masses of what looked like was going to be a full-out rebellion.
Yeah.
Now, have some good things come out from Trump? Yeah. Yeah, there's been some good things as far as what we've been worried about, but what about all the other What about the great Last Supper of the techies? All at dinner there, Bill Gates, Palantir, this. I mean, like if we're paying attention, what should we be terrified of right now? It is that technology. It is that surveillance state. It is that agenda to put humanity under one world government where you lose your sovereignty as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And America, we're the last ones in the way, bro. If we should perish, if we fall, we will never see the type of freedom we've seen, that humanity's seen in the last 2,000-3,000 years, bro. We just will not see it again, bro. And as someone that loves this nation with all of his heart, I pray for this country every day, 5 times a day, because I'm a Muslim. And I just can't believe how far off the reservation we've gone. It's just crazy, bro. Like, I cannot believe we have to worry about free speech in this country. Like, we're really not free, bro. And there should be an amendment to the US Constitution, if we're for real, that because of the influence technology has on the masses, it is the new public square. And it needs to be ingrained in an updated amendment on the Bill of Rights that there can be no censorship and no algorithms, because that is manipulating free speech.
Yeah.
It should be whatever the populace. So if I speak and people love what I say because they share it, I get more followers. There should be no boosting. It should be whatever I speak, because people love what I say, they follow, they like, they share, not artificial intelligence pumping these algorithms and suppressing the voices of others. What more do you want when you heard Zuckerberg admit, yeah, I was pressured by the White House to push these agendas and silence people when we were worried about our health, when we were worried about what the effects of putting something into our arms must be? And I go back to the World Trade again. After the World Trade Center fell down, Christine Todd Whitman, the cunt, the ex-governor of New Jersey, who became the head of the EPA. And in the aftermath, when those buildings fell, I could smell the air. It's one of the times I should have wore a mask, because it works for that, actually. You know, for that, it does work. And I'll never forget that smell of charred buildings and metal and whatever. God knows what we breathed in. God knows what I breathed in there for the aftermath all those months. Half my school dropped out. I was right next to the World Trade Center, brother. The entire thing. Ground zero, 3 blocks away. And I knew something was wrong. So I let a walkout at Pace University. It was scheduled. President caught, the president of the college caught wind of it, Caputo. We have a meeting. They bring the EPA in at the time. They're like, listen, kid, I understand you're upset. You're worried. Look, we're doing all these tests. Here's the charts. Here's the graphs. We have the HEPA filters. You guys are good. Well, what happened? 10 years later. 10 years later, EPA offers an official apology. We were wrong about that. They opened a multi-billion-dollar fund for anyone that lived or worked or went to school near the World Trade Center. And I'm sorry, you guys are dying of lung cancer now, but we're sorry. Okay. And more people have died trusting that 3-letter agency to protect us than died in the World Trade Center the day it was hit. In the after, right now, they just another 33 firefighters lost their lives this year. 33 or 34 firefighters right now were added to the list of heroes that lost their lives because of 9/11, just this year alone. So imagine now how many people lost their lives, got cancer, lung infection, all that stuff, because we trusted the government to protect us when something bad happened. Like I was going to trust them again. And these clowns, these sheep, these low IQ people, well, it's a treatment. We don't know how, we don't know. You don't know what the side effects are, you idiot. When I was a kid, they prescribed me Accutane. It made me almost suicidal, bro. I was getting in deep depression to clear up my zits. I'd rather have the zits. I'm taking this medicine. My skin came out beautiful, by the way. I'm not going to lie. They had a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. Okay? But at the time, I'm like, why am I feeling like so? I'm crying all the time. So what the is wrong with me? And sure enough, that's what it was. It was altering like everything inside of us. So the fact that people were so quick to put something in their arm, not knowing what the side effects are, and to their children. I have friends, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. If I'm lying, may I die. Told me themselves the minute they put that thing in them. Okay, I grew up with this one girl. She can't even move her arm right now, bro. Her brother had a stroke immediately.
Yeah.
I thought you were crazy. I should have listened to you. I said, what was the rush? I caught the virus twice. At that point, what's the zero-sum game for me? Why would I put it in me? And they still got it. And you had Rachel Maddow should be tried with crimes against humanity. Once you get it, it stops it. You can't pass it. You cunt. You piece of shit. How many people got injured because of that, listening to you? Insane. All these sudden deaths, people dropping death left and right, bro. They're dropping, even right now, they're still dropping left and right. But no, you guys are smart. You guys are smart. It's the same thing I tell people, like, why are you against the left, bro? What do you care if they want to chop their, I don't want them pushing any ideology on children. That's my only issue. You want to chop your cock off? Go ahead. Me as a straight man, you know how I would look at it? Beautiful. They can't reproduce. Chopped his cock off, less competition, more women for me. New York City is a great place to be single, because even the men, half of them ain't men. You're a straight man. You're about 50% of anywhere else in the country in New York City. What do you want to be gay? Can't reproduce? What do you care what the they do? But don't push the shit on our children. You know, Christianity is a way of life. Islam is a way of life. Buddhism is a lifestyle choice.
This is a problem that you're running into, though, Beck, when you're in New York City.
Your lifestyle doesn't, supersede mine. So you have rights now, federally equal rights. You can get married. Cool. I don't got a problem. Do what you want to do. I don't agree with it spiritually. Go do whatever you want. Nobody's stopping you. Some of my best friends, like I've had great friends that are alternate lifestyles.